Okay, so Fastlane is done, and now we can finally start building towards WrestleMania. This one had I guess, the unintended consequence of being stuck between where we've got things set up and where we know things are going to be. So this is all the necessary evil to get through. So the New Day spent a lot of the time trying to get Kofi Kingston involved in the match, because he deserves to be matched with Daniel Bryan. Good promo work in the back. I like the storyline going into it. So Vince goes, "You're right, Kofi. WWE Championship match is a triple threat match. Kofi, get out there, your match is next." Kofi gets out there like, yeah, triple threat match. Here comes the Bar in a 2-on-1 handicap match, where the Bar beats down Kofi for like 6 minutes. New Day's barred from ringside. New Day comes down to the ring, but they get attacked by Rusev and Nakamura, who they beat in the pre-show. So nice callback to the pre-show, at least. So Kofi was vanquished. Okay. But who's in the triple threat? Who? Mustafa Ali, who got the fun part of being the person the crowd did not want to be in the match. So you had Mustafa Ali, Kevin Owens, and the new Daniel Bryan. Sick match. I mean, that match was really, really well done. Here's how good Ali is as a babyface. He takes bumps that make you think he is legitimately hurt. And towards the end, the crowd still chanted for Kofi, but there was some Ali chants in there. So he did enough to bring it back and make me think he might actually win. Rowan got involved a little bit. With the triple threat match, he could be involved a lot more, but I like having him just be there for a couple of spots here and there. On the outside of the ring, Ali makes a run at Kevin Owens to powerbomb to the apron. It's rolled to the outside. Well, Rowan can't let Owens get in the ring, make the pinfall. Stops him. Throws Daniel Bryan into the ring. 3 count. Cool. Now, I skipped a lot of that match. It's a really good match. I recommend watching if you have the network. So, solid match. The triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team titles. Again, I don't know if Ricochet meant to go short on one of his moves or he just lost balance. It's a scary spot going to the outside. But, incredibly well-crafted car crash match. With the Revival retaining. But, brilliantly done. Just really good professional wrestling. They canceled the Andrade Ray match to instead get an impromptu fatal 4-way match with Joe, Ray, Truth, and Andrade. If you liked their match on SmackDown, this was like that match, just better. I almost want to see these guys do a fatal 4-way match at Mania. Andrade looks like a stud in the match, though he doesn't win because Joe retains. Joe finally gets to be that killer he's been talking about being for the better part of 2 years. Truth is entertaining. I like seeing, Vega and Carmella get into the outside of the ring. Maybe they don't want to. They could have Fabulous Truth take on Andrade and Vega at WrestleMania in a mixed challenge match. I don't mind. Or when they come around to the next season of Mixed Match Challenge, if they want to try to keep that going, have those be teams that are involved. A lot of good stuff going on there. So now we finish off the rest of the SmackDown card. Asuka, Mandy Rose. I'm glad they threw together a match. Mandy Rose looked pretty good. I think that if she can keep on her trajectory, we're maybe a year away from her being really, really good in the ring. Not quite the Asuka 4 Horsewomen level, but right below that. She's getting really crisp in the ring. I almost wish she would have spent another year in NXT, but I can see why they brought her up now. Of course, she loses because Sonya Deville was getting a kendo stick out from under the apron and she tripped on the apron. It seemed really weird. And now she's mad at Sonya Deville. Okay, this now gives us 5 weeks to try to build up a contender for Asuka. I do think Deville and Asuka could work. I almost wish they would have had Deville start winning matches before to do some of the pre-work to be like, oh, this is the person who can legitimately face Asuka. And be a threat, and not be a person who becomes someone that Asuka destroys. The Usos retained, which then led to Shane O'Mac beating down The Miz in front of The Miz's father. Okay. So, babyface Miz will now take on heel Shane O'Mac. Okay. We kind of knew it was going this way, but this was the inevitable, oh, we have to do this to get to where we want to go. Okay. So, half of the SmackDown stuff, really good. Really good. What they're doing with the main event title, good. US title, good. Tag belts, it's the part they had to do. Women's belt, if only they didn't have, their 2 top women feuding on the Raw side. Now to the Raw side of things. I guess Charlotte versus Becky was a Raw match, but with Becky working an injury, it just was sloppy. But she was working injured. And then Ronda came down and punched Becky in the face to set up the triple threat, which a lot of families was like, it's a triple threat, isn't it? But who's Asuka gonna face? You're putting all of your eggs in a single basket. The build-up has been all over the place. I almost wish this match would instead have been the winner of this match faces Ronda Rousey. And then Rousey would have come down and would have attacked them both and been like, guess what? To prove that I'm the baddest woman on the planet, I need to defeat both of you. And then make it an elimination match. Don't make it this, oh, Ronda didn't get pinned. No. 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 You'll make the biggest, most historic, history-making spectacle of all history. You make an elimination match, that way then you have to have a definitive winner. None of that, oh, well, triple threat saves one person. No, forget that. It's tired, it's dull, it's boring. Just do this. Do an elimination match. Be done with it. Then, whoever wins says that they beat either the man, the queen, the baddest woman on the planet. They beat 2 out of those 3. It solidifies themselves as that moniker. Charlotte beats Becky and then defeats Ronda Rousey. She deserves to be called the queen, because she beat the 2 pretenders to her throne. If Becky Lynch does it, she can say she beat the baddest woman on the planet and the queen to solidify her position at the top of the mountain as the man. Done. Makes a clean break in the story. The women's title match. Oh. This match will be shown in almost its entirety on the next Botchamania. Beth Phoenix on commentary. They did a post-match beatdown, which then made Beth be like, no, that's wrong, you shouldn't be doing that. And I was like, come on, Natalya. I was like, alright, Divas of Doom. It was a good stable that lost to people like Kelly and Eve Torres. They could be dominant. Okay, and they could fill that role of like, here's the legend team to go in there. So I don't think they got a team for SmackDown. You've got the Iconics, and that's it. And I see the Sky Pirates. But then the dread set in that we're going to see another match with with Nia and Tamina. I was kind of like Namina, combining those 2. And like a really horrible, fusion. Oh. Sasha and Billy deserve better. They really do. Again, this is a necessary match to hopefully end that feud, but it feels like it's not going to end that feud, so we're going to see more matches. It's going to be like Tamina or Nia versus Sasha or Bailey for the next couple of weeks. And people complain Alexa Bliss when she did her Reign of Terror. Nia Jax has pretty much been either the story or like right next to the story since before WrestleMania last. She spent pretty much a year either in the title hunt and now she's in the tag title hunt. It's cut bait. If not now, after Mania. Ever something else. Throw her on SmackDown. And, you know, have Tamina take some time down. I think Tamina's dealing with some nagging injuries. Just have Tamina heal up. Ever come back at, you know, SummerSlam. As the heavy for Ronda Rousey when she returns. Or the heavy for Alexa Bliss. Have her come back as an enforcer role. She works well. The IC title... Oh, alright, it wasn't defended. The universe... Also not defended. We're talking about the tag belts because that was a really good match. It was a fantastic tag match. So the Shield reunion. Now, I have to wonder what would have been the main event had Roman Reigns not come back. Of course, Shield came through the crowd. The crowd loved it. Again, chaotic car crash of a match, which is what made the Shield fun because you had 3 guys who went out there and stole the show. Taking on 3 guys who it's hard to really see them as a threat. Baron Corbin doesn't come off as a threat. Bobby Lashley should come off as a threat. He looks like a threat. He moves like a threat. But they've damaged him a lot that doesn't seem like a threat, which sucks because he's really good at what he does. And Drew McIntyre. At this point in time, he's headbutting the glass ceiling that's holding him down from breaking into that next level. It also hurts too that the big belt currently sitting in a guy's farm, that he doesn't get to have the opportunities to be like, oh, I'm going to feud with Lesnar. He's not here, man. Okay, I'm going to feud with Rollins. Okay, good matches there. But Rollins won the Royal Rumble, and he's not like defending his spot, so you can't go forward. No. What about Balor? Become an IC champion. Yeah, that makes me have to focus on the belt. We don't want to do that now. So there's just a lot of stuff going on with Raw that just feels like things have coalesced, but when you've only got one half of a feud talking and trying to hype the entire feud, it's hard to do. But on the bright side, we've now finished the pothole on the way to WrestleMania.